Hi there, I'm Andy. I created Quiz.tv and I just wanted to create a quick video to kind of talk you through it, talk you through how to create a quiz and what the different functionality is within it, because with it being so powerful and so kind of malleable, it can be a little bit confusing, but hopefully if I talk you through kind of what it does and what it can do, it'll give you the tools to figure out what you need. So Quiz.tv is split into three different things really. The first one is the admin interface, which is where you create quizzes, where you manage quizzes, where you run them and choose what's on the display, where you do the marking, things like that. The other one is the display, so that's what is shown on televisions or tablets or throughout a venue, whatever that may be. That can be in the same room or across the world, it doesn't really matter. And the other one is the team interface, so that's what teams will use on their phones, on tablets, whatever that may be, to join the quiz, to submit answers, to see scores and the leaderboard sort of stuff. And those are the kind of three different components. So I'll take you through each of them and how they interact with each other. I'll create a bit of a sample quiz and we can kind of see how it works. So the first part here is the admin interface. When you've logged in, obviously I'm on a bit of a free plan at the minute, just to show you kind of what it is when you do a trial. If you're on a trial, you can create one quiz with a simple round. If you're on a paid plan, you can do whatever you want. So I've created this quiz here as a test quiz, and if I go into this, there's a few different parts to this area, and I'll talk you through each of them. So on the top here, what you'll need when you kind of get people to join your quiz or want to display your quiz are these things here, and these are populated at the minute because I've got this running in another tab, but you would click this and this would give you your display code or just a link to use, and that is what you put when you're casting to a television or airplaying or plugged into a screen, whatever that may be. Have that open on another tab, that will be your display. And then on that display, you will have a join code for teams. So both unique codes, the teams would just put that in, it'll display it on the screen before the quiz starts. They can put that in, join the quiz, create a team, join an existing team, whatever that may be. You can lock the quiz if you want to. So if you don't want any more people to join or the quiz has started, you can lock that. But also you can disable this entirely if it is a case where you want people to come up to you and register and kind of pay. You can create the teams yourself in the interface. There's a few different things here in the admin area. They're fairly self-explanatory, to be honest, but live control, we'll come on to that later on, but that's where you control what's shown on the screen. Teams is where teams will be shown and you can edit them. You can edit inappropriate names or remove any inappropriate photos. Rounds and questions, which I'll come on to, is where you create questions and rounds. Marking is where you mark. Media slides are things that are shown throughout the quiz, so that might be funny videos or breaks or promotional videos, whatever that may be. And then settings, I'll not go through them all, but that's can kind of let you customize a little bit about what the quiz is called, a preset theme, whether you want teams or open registration, and of course the ability to manage your account. So what we'll do here, we'll create a simple quiz with a couple of questions. Really simple. When you've created a quiz, go into rounds and questions. If you want to, if you're stuck for time or it's not really that important, you can click AI round and put a subject and a difficulty and a target audience, and it will generate questions around based on that. Obviously, with it being AI, most of the time it's right, some of the time it's very confidently wrong. So if you do use this, and it's a great tool, and it can kind of make it hard or easy, just double check with your own knowledge or searching what it's given you. Otherwise, it's a straightforward add round, and then you can choose the different round types, and then within that we can choose different questions. So we support 5 different round types at Quiz.tv. One is a standard Q&A, which is literally just, what color is grass? Answer is green. We support media rounds where you can put in pictures or videos or audio. You can put in YouTube URLs. That's my preferred method of doing it. Activity round, which is we'll just put something on the display for a physical activity. So if you're doing kind of a fun, come up to me and do something sort of round, you can put a picture or some text there. A speed round, which as it sounds rewards people who put incorrect answers quickly, so that will increment up through the points. So like if you've got name the busiest airport in the UK or the top 5 train stations, whatever that may be, the slowest person might get 2 points if they get them all correct, and then as they get quicker it'll go up 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. And the eliminator, that's a great round for like a final round of the night. if someone answers a question and gets them all right, great, they'll get however many points per question you put there. But if they guess one and get it wrong, they don't get any points for that round. And if they want to just play it safe, they can answer what they definitely know and skip what they don't. And as long as they don't attempt to answer, they won't get it wrong and they'll kind of keep the points that they win. So I'll just do a standard Q&A for this one. If I want to, I can put background media there, so it'll show a picture or a video in the background, whatever that may be. But I will just call it general knowledge. And then we're in here, and I'm just going to add a simple question here of, again, what color is grass? And the answer, of course, is green. You'll notice I've got single question type here. There are a couple of different question types. One is multiple choice, which is fairly self-explanatory. I can go in and put green, purple, orange, blue, and choose green as the correct answer. Or I can do multi-part, so that if it's what are all 4 members of the mystery gang, whatever they're called, the Scooby-Doo ones, I can put in Daphne and Velma and Scooby and Shaggy and the other one that I forget the name of. I can put them. I can specify how many points per correct answer they get, and they will need to get all of them to get the points, or they'll get points per right answer. But for this one, I'll just put what color is that, and the answer is green. So I've got a simple round in here, just one general knowledge question. I'm going to put a multiple choice question in here, just did the same thing. So what color is grass? And then we've got green, purple, blue, if I can spell it right, and orange. I'm going to put green as the correct answer, obviously, and that's going to put that in there. I'm not going to create media rounds at the minute because you can do that to your heart's content. You can put in YouTube videos and stuff like that and see how it works. You can choose to put audio in or leave it mute, depending on whether you want to show like a movie intro or something like that. So onto the second part, which is the display. You can see here, this is an example of what you might see on a TV around a venue or on an iPad in front of you, wherever that may be. In its base state, it will just show the URL to join and the join code. You can see this married up with the display. So this is the admin interface in the background and the display in the foreground there. And I'll just kind of show you what happens when we go through the quiz. So you can see there in the background, I've got live control. You can typically see what's happening with live control because if it's a global scene on the left, it will be shown in red when it's displayed. So at the minute we've got blackout/idle, which just shows that join thing. If I want to, I can click show intro screen here, which will change that in real time. This is running in a browser. This isn't kind of a pre-curated test. This is a display that's changing on the fly as I click in the display. I can show the leaderboard if I want to. I've got no teams at the minute, so it won't show anything. But I will join a team in a separate tab and kind of start a quiz off. And I'll go back to show intro. Now, I've only got one round here, a general knowledge round, but if there were multiple rounds here, they would be listed down here in whatever order I put them in the rounds and questions thing. And then I just click through it. As I'm talking, I can click show round intro and it'll show the title of the round. I think it's just called general knowledge. There we go. It's got 2 questions and it's a standard round. And I can go through here and ask questions, reveal answers, whatever that may be. So I'll just go through it quickly. I will show you the team interface as well in terms of how it works with this. But for the most part, you just follow the path down as you're talking. There's 2 things to be aware of here. One is the answer submissions thing, which is open. So if you want if your round's currently in progress, just keep this open. Teams can submit their answers as they go through. If you want to warn them that there is only a minute left to answer, or you want to shut the round down completely, you can click one of these 2. I'll just show a question on the screen by clicking ask there. You'll see the display changes to what color is grass. And if I've been waiting for ages, I can click 60 seconds here and you'll see that pops up a little 60-second timer on the display. And after that, it'll lock the round. I'm going to move it back to open there, and that's a single question, so the team needs to put their answer in. And for this one here, it's what color is grass, and you can see the multiple choices there, which are displayed on the screen. Now, if I get the team interface up in another window, so this is an example of how the team interface looks when you are joining to take part in a quiz. You would go to quiz.tv/join, or just the homepage and click join. You would put your code in here. Obviously, you can just scan the QR code from the screen. If I can type, it's 3695. This will let me join, and I can take a photo, or I can choose a photo, or I can ignore a photo. In this case, I'm just going to have good old Shaggy, and I'm going to put Mystery Gang as my team name and join the quiz. And then that's just going to wait until the quiz starts. If I go back to my display super quickly, my admin interface, I can see that the teams are in here now, Mystery Gang's in there. If it was an inappropriate photo or a name, I could go in there and edit it or change it, whatever that may be. But otherwise, I can just go on and carry on with the quiz. This is the default state of the display and the team interface at the same time. If I was to show a round intro, it will put the current round here in the team interface and on the display. And then I can just click ask questions. So what color is grass? It's going to put it there. And then in the team interface, I'm going to put green and put that in. Bish bash bosh, it's going to tell me it's submitted. And the next one, what color is grass again? Put a multiple choice. I can just click one of the options, so green, purple, orange, or blue. It is, let's do purple. Oh, yes, purple, just to get it wrong. And then once I'm finished with the quiz, I can tell what's happening in the admin interface. If I go back to that, you can see the little team submission status there, as well as locking the round. You can see the progress of teams who have submitted. So if they hadn't submitted any questions for that round, that mystery gang there would be red. If they had submitted just a few, they hadn't submitted all, it would be orange. And if they've submitted all their answers, that's green. That's when you can go on to to marking it. So onto marking there. We've got two different ways to mark. I can go team by team here and just look at the correct answer and what they've submitted and mark it right or wrong. Or I can use auto mark round, which will use AI to analyze every question type and mark it as best it thinks. Again, with this, it's mostly accurate, but sometimes it might look at a spelling of a word. If you're trying to catch people out and the word is maybe one letter or it sounds different, it will use its judgment and mark it right, whereas it might be wrong. So do check what it's doing. If I click auto mark round there, it's going to go through and correctly do this. So the answer was green there. I answered purple for question 2 and it was green. But if I wanted to, I can click correct and incorrect, and that's going to adjust the scores directly. Now, if I want to, I can show the round scores. So sometimes you might just want to display round-based scores rather than the full leaderboard. You can do both with quiz.tv. So when I was finished marking a round and I wanted to put the scores on the display, I would just click show round scores. That's going to put the round scores on the display. If I want to show the whole leaderboard, again, I can go back to live control and click show leaderboard there, and that's going to show the leaderboard on the screen. And that's pretty much it. There are other things around quiz.tv to do with media slides, which is great, like I say, for if you're doing a pub promo, like, time to get a pint in or what have you, you can do. But play around with it, add different question types, different round types, experiment with it. The top tip from me is you can mess around with it to your heart's content in terms of joining things and playing things and joining teams. When you're finished with it, when you want to go live with it, there is a big reset quiz button at the top here. That's not going to delete your hard work for questions or anything like that, or content. It's just going to remove the answers and the marks. So it's going to put the quiz back to like ready to take state. Another top tip from me is if you're doing kind of multiple quizzes every week of the same format, all you do here is you can go back to wherever all your quizzes are, and you can duplicate the quiz there, which will, if you have like a master template, you can do, copy that, paste it, duplicate it, and then you can edit like a weekly one after that. Similarly, if you want to give someone else access to have a look or to edit your quiz, you can click share quiz there, and you can put their quiz.tv email address in there and choose what access they get to it, and then they can kind of help you take part of the quiz. But if you need anything, reach out to support. We'll be happy to help you. But otherwise, happy quizzing.